Have you ever felt trapped, yearning for a freedom that seems impossibly far away? What if one of the oldest stories in human history holds the key to your own personal liberation? For 400 years, the children of Israel lived in bondage in Egypt, a nation of slaves. Their cries rose to the heavens, a symphony of suffering under the weight of pyramids and the lash of the whip. They had forgotten who they were, their identity buried beneath generations of servitude. But destiny had not forgotten them. From a basket floating in the Nile, a child was saved, raised as a prince, yet born a deliverer. His name was Moses. This is not just a story of whips and chains. It's a profound spiritual allegory for the journey each of us must take. Egypt, with its material wealth and rigid structures, represents the ego-driven world we often find ourselves enslaved to. The pharaoh symbolizes the limiting beliefs, the fears, and the inner tyrant that tells us we are not worthy of freedom. We build our own pyramids of doubt and toil under the illusion of security, forgetting the boundless spirit within us. The plagues that descended upon Egypt were not random acts of wrath. They were a systematic dismantling of a false reality. Each plague targeted a specific Egyptian deity, a specific pillar of their belief system. The Nile, their source of life, turned to blood. The sun, their highest god Ra, was blotted out by darkness. It was a cosmic recalibration, a powerful demonstration that the systems we place our faith in can crumble in an instant. It was a wake-up call, not just for the Egyptians, but for the Israelites themselves, showing them that a power far greater than their captors was at work. Then came the Passover, a moment of ultimate trust and obedience. A lamb, a symbol of innocence and sacrifice, its blood marking the doorposts. This wasn't just about protection. It was a sacred covenant, an act of setting oneself apart, declaring allegiance to the divine promise of freedom. That night, as the angel of death passed over, a profound shift occurred. The chains of the mind began to break before the physical chains fell. The parting of the Red Sea is one of the most cinematic moments in all of history. Imagine standing at the edge of an impassable barrier, with the armies of your past thundering behind you. All seems lost. This is the ultimate test of faith. It's that moment in our own lives when we are cornered, when the only way out is through the impossible. And then a path appears where there was none. The waters, representing the chaotic, untamed subconscious, are held back by a divine will, allowing for safe passage. It teaches us that when we step forward in faith, the universe conspires to open a way for us. Crossing the Red Sea wasn't just an escape. It was a baptism, a rebirth. On the other side, they were no longer slaves. They were a free people, stepping into the vast, unknown wilderness. The wilderness journey that followed was not a punishment, but a necessary purification. 40 years of wandering to unlearn 400 years of slavery. It's in the desert of our lives, the quiet, barren places, that we shed the slave mentality. It's where we learn to depend not on a system, but on a higher source, represented by the manna from heaven. It's where we receive our inner law, our own 10 Commandments, the moral and spiritual compass to guide us toward our promised land. The story of the Exodus is your story. It's the story of breaking free from the aegis of your limitations, crossing the sea of your fears, and wandering the wilderness to discover your true self. The promised land is not a physical place, but a state of consciousness, a state of inner freedom, purpose, and connection to the divine. What is your Egypt? What chains are holding you? Remember the lesson of the Exodus. The power that resides within you is infinitely greater than any power that holds you captive. The path to freedom is always available. All it requires is a single step of faith. If this message resonated with you, subscribe and share it with someone who might need to hear it. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching.